Communication Engineering Lab, and it's our first experiment, which is measurement of guide wavelength in rectangular waveguide using X-band microwave test bench setup. So you can see this is a test bench setup. This is a source generator for the microwave frequency. This is a terminator. I'll explain you this later. This is circulator, and this is the setup.
This is fertilizer.
This is frequency meter, and this is the vernier scale with normal scale, and this is diode. Diode detector, and this is the terminator again. And whatever waves will be reflected from here, that should not reach the source. So this terminator has been given, which will avoid the reflections. And here we have the voltage generator and a modulated signal generator, which is connected to the setup. Initially, you have two voltage options. One is beam voltage, one is repeller voltage. So for beam voltage, you have to always keep it minimum. You can, and the repeller voltage, it should be in middle. See, when these were in this position, then only switch on the generator.
And this knob should be at voltage.
So you can see the value is 198. We have to keep the value around 70 to 75. Okay, so move the knob slowly. So you can see the value is 272. Okay, and you can see the perfect square wave generated on the CRO connected at the other end. Correctly arranged. If the repeller is not positioned properly, you can see see some glitches in the demodulated output.
It's not correct.
So we can adjust this knob to get the correct output. So you can see after placing the knob correctly, you get a proper square wave. Basically, we have to calculate two maximas which are displayed on CRO. So to get two maximas, you have to move this knob. So you can move it, and with this movement, you can see on the CRO. See, as I move the knob, the value of the square wave's size is increasing, amplitude is increasing. So you have to take it to first maxima. So you can see it is increasing. See, so this is the maximum possible size. After this, you have to take the reading from vernier scale. Sorry, using the vernier scale and the normal scale, whichever line coincides on this scale with the normal scale, that is your value. Please note that it starts from here. And see, if I increase further, size of the square wave decreases, and as you rotate the knob in the same direction, it again increases. And this is the second maxima. You can see again, you can take readings from the normal scale and the vernier scale. Whichever value on the vernier scale coincides with the normal scale, that is your final value. After taking two maxima values, you can use these two formulas. D equals to mod of D1 minus D2, and lambda equals to 2D. Okay, and as it is mod, don't worry about the readings. It's going to be positive.